Next, we'll be sharing with you an example of how a miracle can change a person's life forever. It's an unusual and incredible story that defies logic and reason. But no matter how hard it is to believe, it actually happened. In the fall of 1995, 63-year-old Millie McGregor was camping in the California High Sierras. Millie enjoyed hiking and left her campsite that day to climb up nearby Red Mountain. But as she worked her way up the steep terrain, she began to experience severe chest pains. She decided to rest a while before attempting the long climb back down. As she lay there, her only supply of water accidentally drained away. Her situation became even more life-threatening when she discovered that she'd lost the trail. Back at the campsite, Millie's husband, Jim, anxiously awaited her return.
I'm starting to get a little worried and getting mad, too, aggravated. I imagine all sorts of things. She fell and broke her leg or twisted her ankle, or might have been a cougar up there.
As Jim waited, night fell on the mountain, and Millie was forced to give up her search for the trail. Temperatures that night fell below freezing. At sunup, a massive search began. Over 70 rescuers were called into action. Meanwhile, Millie continued to try to find a safe path down the mountainside, without any luck. However, from her vantage point, she could see people moving near the base of the mountain. Millie began pounding her cane on the rocks, trying to attract their attention, but no one noticed. 20 minutes later, a helicopter flew over, but once again, Millie went unnoticed. As another day turned to night, the search was abandoned. The next morning, suffering from hunger and dehydration, Millie struggled to climb higher, hoping she would reach a clear and open space where rescuers might see her. And as she climbed, she began to pray for help. At that very moment, Randy Spears was on his way home, traveling down a highway near the McGregor's campsite, when suddenly he heard a mysterious voice.
I was driving down the Highway 49. I got this real strong thought about search and rescue. I'm not sure why I even thought of that, because I'd never had ever done anything with search and rescue or even thought about it.
Moments after he heard the voice, Randy had a strange vision. He saw his hand in front of Red Mountain with his wedding ring resting on a mountain ledge.
Where's the trailer?
When Randy returned home to his wife, Rochelle, she told him that a friend had borrowed their horse trailer.
There's a lady that's lost.
I told him that James had taken the horse trailer, and he said, "Why?" And I said, "Oh, some lady's lost up in the mountains." And he looked up at me and said, "Lady's lost. I know where she's at."
At that very moment, I knew exactly where she was at. Right there. And there was something pushing me, saying that I had to go up and get her.
There was no doubt in my mind that he was on a mission to do something very special.
Despite being told that a rescue team had already searched the area, Randy and his friend Frank set out alone Thursday morning to try to find Millie. Randy and Frank took separate trails. Randy felt pulled in the direction of the ledge he had seen in his vision.
I just proceeded straight up. You know, the mule was trying to turn back, the dog was trying to go back. They didn't want to go across that stuff.
Then, 50 feet from the ledge he had visualized, Randy found an exhausted but delighted Millie.
Help!
I'll tell you, I had a chill clear from my head down to my toe.
So he said, "You must be the lady that's lost." And then I said this really dumb thing, "I'm not lost. I just don't know how to get down from this mountain."
You're doing just fine.
After 3 days alone on the mountain, Millie was finally safe. Later, when she learned that Randy's guiding vision occurred at the exact time of her prayers, she knew it was no coincidence.
When I found that out, that sort of gave me a nice warm feeling that God was answering my prayer before I even got to the top. I think God intervened and sent Randy to rescue me. It's a miracle to me to be alive, to enjoy my family, see my grandchildren.
I don't feel like a hero. I mean, I've done what I was asked of me. I mean, everybody wants to know how I knew and all this. I don't know.
God loves us, and he answers our prayer, and he takes care of us.